A Fox News alert, we are now learning that legendary radio star Casey Kasem has died at age 82. His children says he had been suffering with advanced Parkinson's disease. Hello, everyone. Welcome to America's News Headquarters. I'm Arthel Neville.
Hello, Arthel, and I'm Eric Shawn. You know, in recent months, Kasem has been the subject of a bitter custody court battle between his wife and his adult children all over his medical care. And this morning, it was his daughter, Carrie Kasem, who first broke the news via Twitter. She wrote, quote, "Early this Father's Day morning, our dad, Casey Kasem, passed away, surrounded by family and friends. Even though we know he is in a better place and no longer suffering, we are heartbroken. The world will miss Casey Kasem, an incredible talent and humanitarian. We will miss our dad." As Kasem always said, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Adam Housley has a look back at his life and legacy.
Born Kamel Amin Kasem in April 1932 to Lebanese immigrants, Casey Kasem grew up in Detroit with dreams of being a baseball player, but got his first taste of the airwaves as a sportscaster for his high school radio club. In college, he started radio acting.
I was lucky enough to audition for the Lone Ranger radio show and Sergeant Preston of the Yukon. These were shows that came from Detroit. And I did character acting. I could do a 12-year-old to a 20-year-old.
In 1952, Kasem got his first DJ job on Armed Forces Radio in Korea. He returned home 2 years later and went back into radio as a wacky comedian. It wasn't until he got to Oakland that he perfected the vocal style that would become his trademark. With just minutes before going on air, a studio manager told Kasem to simply be himself. Within a year, he moved to Los Angeles to DJ and do voiceover work in cartoons.
When I came to Hollywood, I knew that I could do the kind of things that they do on cartoon shows because that's really like radio acting.
In 1969, he introduced his most famous character, Shaggy, from Scooby-Doo.
Did about 15 different shows with characters in them, but none of them as exciting as the man I do or the boy I do on Scooby-Doo.
And the countdown begins.
Number 40.
On July 4th, 1970, Kasem introduced the nation to American Top 40.
Casey, could you please play Waiting for a Girl Like You from Mark to Barb so she knows she's worth the wait? Thank you, Mark Hess.
American Top 40 became an institution with spin-offs on radio and TV. Kasem remained a part of the franchise until retiring from the mic in 2009. That same year, he stopped playing Shaggy.
My greatest claim to fame, because it's universal. Not that my radio show isn't, but everybody loves Scooby and the cast.
One of the most recognizable voices of the radio age, Casey Kasem transformed the radio landscape. And now that he's gone, I think we all know how he'd want to say goodbye.
Keep your feet in the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Adam Housley, Fox News.
Casey Kasem, whose distinctive voice helped bring music to our lives, dead at the age of 82.